Respectfully toxic, I'm fucking a mermaid. I dropped out of college, always finessing. I'm being honest, I put my lips on a goddess. I put the plug in the socket. I never was worried, I bribe it with diamonds. We could be friends, I can't make a promise. Respectfully toxic.
Okay, guys, so it's RaeROQ from RaeROQ Magazine, and we're here with OnlyJahmez. So what's going on with you today, Jahmez? How you feeling?
I had a very interesting day. I worked out yesterday for the first time in a while, so I'm a little sore, but I'm going to a strip club later for a back massage.
Sounds good, sounds good. So, when did you first get into music? What made you decide to, I guess, go and record for the first time?
Well, like music for me, it was like it was a mistake. I mean, I was always into music and stuff. I always had dreams, but what happened was I got like a green screen for Christmas, and I had a camera. I was into like photography and shit at first, and I was playing around with Photoshop. And then what happened was I wanted to get some money up, so I made an album cover and pre-sold it. And I got the money, and I was like, all right, cool. Then I was like, all right, I actually got to make a project. So I got like Snowball mic, PlayStation Eye, microphone, and download. I pirated Logic at the time and just downloaded some instrumentals off of, like, they used to have these instrumentals on that Piff called like Get Something, and they had a whole tape. So I just took a couple popular songs off YouTube and just made a bullshit mixtape, and it worked.
Yeah.
It was terrible though. It wasn't good. Like, it didn't work in a great way. Like, oh my God, he makes good music. It was more so like it was funny from the school, and I made money off of it. So once I realized I could make money like that, and the attention I got from it, some of it was negative, some of it was positive, but it made me feel like, damn, I want to do this. So that's when the career of Jahmez started, I guess. Like, I was like 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you originally from?
I am from Clayton, New Jersey. It's in South Jersey. It's
okay.
Very small suburban town.
Okay.
Graduating class of about 58 people.
Oh, wow. That's small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so what were some of, I guess, the artists that you were listening to growing up?
Very wide variety. Like, I like Eazy-E. I like Chief Keef. Like, I listen to Kirk Franklin. I listen to Bach, Beethoven, Michael Jackson, Prince, all types of shit. But like, majority of the stuff I liked when I was younger was just ignorant stuff. I like things that it was like it had knowledge to it, it had substance, but at the same time it didn't. It was like real rebellious, like fuck this, fuck that.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you say was that first single that you put out and it like made you go, okay, this is my thing. This is what I'm gonna do?
I had a couple first singles, I guess I could say, that did that. Like, before anything, I had this song called Tarzan that is not out anymore. And that was the first thing that people was like, I'm a fan of this. Like, people who didn't know me, didn't care about me, they started to care about me. Like, yo, what is this? Where's more of this? Shortly later, I made this song called Fuck Rules.
Never doing dishes, paper plates is what I use. I dip my chips in spinach dip because it sets my fucking mood. I just need a little guap and a girl to tie my shoes, run my back.
And it gave me my first wave of importance in the music community amongst like peers and shit. Like, it took me from just here to like, all right, this is someone who can blow up. Especially being from South Jersey, a lot of people never really got to maintain a certain kind of traction. So Fuck Rules did that for me. And yeah, like I would say Fuck Rules. Fuck Rules made me feel like, all right, I can, like, tomorrow I could wake up and this could be at like 20 million streams and I could have labels calling me. And then that's what started happening. Record labels started calling, and then kind of got into like my vibe. Did a little college tour. Shit was fun. And then COVID came.
Yeah. So, what would you, I guess, classify your genre as? I know you're a rapper, but you kind of have a little bit of rock going on in it.
I think can't put a genre on Jahmez. I just think you could look at everything I do as like abstract art. And whatever, like a lot of the sounds and stuff I create, people always classify it themselves. So I let that be up to y'all. Like, you know, if you get a painting with like fucking like titties, a car, and like some blue paint just splashed on it, what would you call it? Everybody will probably call it something different, you know? So I like my music to be like that.
And what would you say your creative process is? Like before you write a song, do you come up with the concept first, or do you just like think of the lyrics in your head? What's your creative process?
My creative process is different every time based off the vibe, who I'm around, the environment. You know, it's crazy. A lot of songs that stick with me are songs that are made when I'm not supposed to be making music. Like, for example, like if I have like for example, like an interview to be at, like Rich is calling me, yo, JahMez, you have an interview, like got to be here in an hour, so we should leave in the next 30 minutes. For some reason, I'll be in the studio at that time. And I'll be like, yo, just give me 5 minutes. That'll turn into 20 minutes. So then I'll hurry up, dip out, and like I'll save a freestyle, whatever, and then come back, and the engineer will be like, yo, this shit's hard. You know what I mean? But there's also times where I'm in my emotions, I just sit down and write, like without a beat, anything. There's times I just come up with a beat, make a beat myself, come up with melodies. It's really random. I'm just really I'm an artist, but I'm not like an artist that says they're an artist. So like everything about me is artistic because it's just me being myself. But I'm not like trying to be an artist. Like I'm not saying, yo, I need this clouds over here and the sun over here, and then I'm gonna paint a line right here. But like my process isn't like that. It's not intentional, but everything about me is art.
Your sound kind of reminds me of like, I would say you're kind of like the sound Lil Wayne was trying to go for. Like, I don't know if you ever heard Lil Wayne's song Prom Queen. Yeah. I think he would love your music. But yeah, it's kind of like hip hop mixed with like that rock and roll kind of vibe and things like that. So were you listening to artists like Lil Wayne and stuff like that? Would you say?
I have a very high influence from Lil Wayne. Also through heritage, because you got to think like Chief Keef, like Lil Uzi, like Trippie Redd, all these people were inspired by Lil Wayne.
Yes.
And like, Lil Wayne was very, I guess you could say it goes like Gucci Mane, Lil Wayne, like some of the rock stars, like Motley Crue as far as their lifestyle, like fucking like Marilyn Manson, like all these people really influence what's going on now. And it's funny because the influences aren't just coming from one side. You know, like now everything, same thing with people, like in like a couple hundred years, everybody's gonna be mixed. You know what I mean? Everybody's fucking everybody now. Like that's how like art is right now. Everything's just fucking. Like everything's just having, like everything's just reproducing and multiplying. So I think like that's what I think it is now. I think it's everybody has some kind of influence from the next person, and I think my sound is just based off of everything that I absorb in. So, but Lil Wayne, hell yeah, that's a compliment. Prom Queen was that shit.
Yeah,
that was a good song.
Yeah, that song was
no girl to come to prom with me when that shit was out. I think I was in high school when the song came out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like Prom Queen. Yeah.
So, so what were some of your most recent performances? You recently had some like big performances.
Yeah, I did the A3C Festival in Atlanta. That was fun. The Rolling Loud. I'm doing my own tour right now. I'm doing a lot of my own shows. Those are getting lit. We sold out SOBs on a Tuesday night.
Oh.
Yeah, that was crazy. Sure. Tuesday, but with Vax cards. Let me tell you, a lot of people from Jersey do not have Vax cards. So it was very stressful selling them tickets. Went through some things. But as far as shows, like everything's been picking up. Shows been more consistent. Mad promoters been hitting me. Every birthday parties. I'm thinking about stripping. Honestly, I'm thinking about doing a show. I could have someone's birthday parties, come out a cake like this and perform my song, but just like like a sock on my man's, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, what would you say are some of your inspirations outside of music?
I'd say hate, like a lot of like people who feel as though like, okay, you got a couple of kinds of people. You got like fake underdogs who try and make everything like, oh, nobody wants us to win, like this and that. Then you got the people that are like outsiders that like see things, but they just can never find like a crowd of people to fit into. So they bounce around from different crowds and stuff. And then you have like the people that are like go-getters that are like, I have a vision, I have a dream, do this, do this, do that. I think the biggest thing that motivates me is like all of those people stout, if that makes sense. And I feel like I have a piece of all of those things in me. So like the doubt is one of the biggest things that motivate me, because it's like every step of my life, it's always like like an impossible task. And like it's always impossible to everyone else except me. Then it always works. So like at this point, I guess call it like overconfidence or whatever. But like I just don't give a fuck. Like, I feel like whatever I want, I'm just gonna have it, and I just gotta keep putting a foot forward each time. Yeah. So like I think that's the biggest thing that motivates me, and like seeing other people's successes also makes me feel like I could do it too. So like where I'm from in South Jersey, you don't really see that many people's success. When I came out to North Jersey and I made that trip, I started seeing people that I could look at eye level that were going places. Like I literally seen people blow the fuck up and maintain relationships with those people. So it's like that shit's motivational. I feel like it's all about what you see and what you don't see. Another thing that motivated me too was like there was blanking out. There was this guy, when I was in college, there was this guy, he came on like during this protest. Like they were bashing like gay people, and they were bashing like party culture. Like, you know, like the people, oh, you're all gonna go to hell, like this and that. But there was this guy, and he was cool. Like I forget his name, bro. But he was in the we were in the same club, and they came, and he wanted to be an artist, but he was very Christian. And that whole changed him. He stopped being an artist. I think he was an accountant, and he like dropped out of the music club and stuff. He like lived his life for God and stuff like that. And then he went back at the end of his like couple years of school. He went back to try and be an artist, and that was the stage I was meeting him at. Him trying to be an artist again, and like him like seeing the way like it kept chasing him to when he started chasing it just motivated me. I was like, I don't know, like no disrespect, like seeing this interview, no disrespect, but I don't never want to be that. Like I just want to go. And like that shit, like every day I'm not going, I just look back like, dang, I don't want to be that. I don't want to go home and be like, man, I remember I was on tour. I remember I was doing this. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy. Yeah. At the barbershop. I don't want to be that guy.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
But you're not there, so you're good. So is there anything else that you'd like to mention about your music? Do you have anything new coming out?
Hell yeah. Respectfully Toxic's out now. Demons is out now. Single Closure is out now. The video is dropping December 3rd. That shit is crazy. This is the best video me and Wave Change ever did. It's like a combination of all the ideas we had, that kind of thing, and I think it's dope. Going on tour. I'm touring, but at the top of the year, I'm going to announce a 30-city tour, and that's going to be fun. Put it together, myself, my team, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like, the biggest thing I would like to mention to all the artists out there is that the industry is going to a place where we can do it ourselves with each other, not without. So it's not like, not just artists, but creatives. Like, you can't do anything alone, but you don't need anything. You have like access to everything. And if you're able to talk to people and build with people, you can build your own empire. You don't have to no one's giving you anything. That's what I'm saying. There's no handouts because there's no reason to.
Exactly. Yeah. And is there, I think I kind of covered everything. I would say my favorite song that you have is Thoughts. I think that's really cool.
Word, yeah. That's my shit. I think cool. Stay in school. Do as much drugs as possible. Just don't forget to do your homework.
Oh my gosh.
Have a great day.
Yeah, so it was really good having you, Jamez. And
thank you so much.
Yeah.